This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so we don't have access to proxy. Hmm. Hmm. So there are no permissions for you. Even the proxy also is not available. Yeah, they don't have proxy access also. Satish, if you are there on the call, can you get the permissions granted for all of these employees to access event reasons and pay components? Or if you can share me SF admin access, I'll get this done for all of them. Maybe send this message to Satish. Okay, give me a second. Let me call Satish and speak to him once. And let's sort it out first. Yeah, I've just spoke to him. I will get it done after this session, Debashis.
Okay, well.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
So
can you
meanwhile,
also
like,
share?
will
No. Can you also share me again and show me what is missing? I've made you presenter again, so I'll request for the keyboard access as well. Yeah, 1 minute. So if I go here, you don't access. Let me check your configuration once. Manage organization pay. What is your event reason?
hire this one,
Best.
Academy.
Yeah, the best practice is whatever that you configure, you write down those things in a piece of paper. Okay, so this is your event reason. Okay, which should be under here. Now let me go to add new employee.
So meanwhile, like in legal entity, all the fields can be customized from manage update configuration, right?
Configure object definition.
Sorry, configure update definition.
So what is your legal entity? Number, name.
This one.
So here you have basic template. This one, right? Academy IC. This is the event reason. There, right? Event reason.
But money is not showing. Okay, let me again try. Create some more event reason and let's see it will be showing or not. Okay.
Yeah. Higher related events, it will show up here.
Only hire related events.
Yes, only hire related events will show up in hiring screen. Hiring screen, it will show up only those event reasons, right?
Yes. Okay,
You cannot transfer from hiring screen. Yeah.
Yes, only the hiring can be created here. Okay, let me create some more event reason and let's see it will show or not.
Okay.
Thank you, Beno, for
Yeah. Any other doubts, others? No doubts?
doubt.
Yeah, can we
Hello.
see the matrix relationship? How to maintain them?
Matrix relationship, if you go to any employees. We have hired this employee, right? So if you have maintained relationship, position matrix relationship there, sorry. If you have maintained relationship, then you have job relationships at employee level. Now see here, while hiring employees yesterday, so this employee got defaulted as a HR manager. Now, other than HR manager, if I want to make any other relationship, now if I go to this employee, choose a different relationship, matrix manager. Now, if I add, okay, some person. Now, this person has got a matrix manager of Akane and HR manager of Nandini Venkatesh. It shows up here. This is job relationship. Now, the same thing while creating the position, if you maintain the data, so system updates this data automatically.
Okay.
You don't have to separately maintain it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was that?
Hello, sir. If this
Yeah.
person leaves, for example, Nandini Venkatesh has left the company. Okay,
Mm,
so
mm.
this employee relationship is having with Nandini, correct? CEO Wipro is having a relationship with Nandini, and if she resigns the company, then this
Nandini
data will
Venkatesh.
get removed, na?
Hmm. So now it is termination. It is called termination here.
Okay.
Now I want to terminate this employee from maybe 7th of November. Okay. See here. While terminating this employee, you are getting an option, transfer job relationship. Who should the 11 job relationship reports of Nandini Venkatesh report to after his or her termination? Upper manager is Sajeev Kumar. She is reporting to Sajeev Kumar. Nandini Venkatesh is reporting to Sajeev Kumar. Either to Sajeev Kumar or some other person, or individual transfer of each of those employees to different job relationships. Like now, for whichever employees Nandini Venkatesh is tagged as the HR manager, you will find here all of those employees. Okay, Wipro CEO is also there. See, you add that person whom you want the relationship to be maintained. So this is individual reports. Either you can have one single manager or multiple managers, or to the upper managers, you will have that option. System will automatically change for all of those employees.
Okay, sir, while hiring the employee, okay, the
Hmm.
event reason, I just want to show only the three reasons for hiring. I don't want to show the whole that list is there.
Hmm.
So
So list,
we
because
have to.
everybody has, see, generally in real time, whatever event
Hmm,
reasons that you have configured for your customer, only those event reasons will show up. But here, since the same system is being used by multiple employees or multiple candidates, okay, everybody has configured their own event reasons for hire. So it is showing up. Now, you want
we
to have only one particular, no, only some event reasons, okay? Then either you go set the association between your event reason and country or event reason and company. So that when you choose
okay,
company, only those event reasons will show up. Again, this will be now for your convenience. If you have created, if you have assigned your event reason, what about others who are using the system? They don't know that you have maintained some different configuration, different association. For you, that works, and for others, it may not work. They need to understand what has changed, and then they should also go and maintain the association, either at company level or country level.
so this is basically the user ID configuration, correct?
Yes.
Then, so we can, for example, if we are giving to the HR user, end users,
Hmm.
okay, so we
Hmm.
will only enter all that association and give them, no? Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So you told yesterday about the bulk hiring.
Hmm.
Actually, after half of the call,
Hmm.
a client came, so that is why I was not there. Something, few points.
What few
Have you
points
told
of?
anything about the, sir? Have you told anything
No,
about the bulk
bulk
upload?
hiring. No, bulk upload. We'll be looking at that in tomorrow's session.
Okay, 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 sir.
Okay. Yeah, you can also go through the recording if you have missed something
Sir,
in between.
I went through the recording, but I
Hmm.
thought that okay, in the start you told about the bulk hiring is also there, so that is why I
Hmm.
asked.
No, I have not discussed anything about bulk hire yesterday. Okay. Any
Okay,
other doubts, or you can go ahead?
When one question,
Hmm.
you said you maintain this termination date. So
Hmm.
termination date means like you maintain 7th of November is termination date. So last
Hmm.
working day is 7th of November or 6th of November of
7th
that
of now.
employee.
6th, 7th would be your last working day.
No, but in SAP SCM, like if 7th of November is last termination date, so 6th of November would be the last working day. Inactive
One
effective from
now,
7th of November.
inactive is becoming from 7th. So 6th would be
Yes,
your last working day.
yes, that's what I'm
Yeah.
asking. Yes, okay.
Okay. What else?
Venu, can we maintain
Like
follow-up activity in position in the event reason which you have created so that we can see what impact does it make
Hmm. So that
in
the position
promotion?
transfer and position
Yeah.
reclassification generally these can be now maintained when if you don't want to maintain the data multiple times. Generally, position reclassification, position transfer. What I've told you is if you're making change on the employee data, okay, and sometimes what happens is the position data doesn't, the employee data doesn't sync with the position.
Yeah.
Okay. So you will have a different data on employee, different data on position. So what you have to
Yes.
do, you have to maintain the same data in both the places, position separately and employee separately.
Okay.
Okay. To have both of them in sync. See, if I go to position org chart, so whatever employee that I have chosen, this employee should be reporting to the same employee on the org chart as well. Yes or no? Now here,
Yeah.
if this person is reporting to Laurent, if I go to
Yeah.
position org chart, in position org chart also the same employee should report to the same employee, same manager. Now it cannot be a different manager here in position org chart and it cannot be different in org chart, right? So when
Yeah.
you do the position reclassification, okay, you are changing the data on the job information separately. And
Hmm.
if you don't maintain the same change on the position, you will find that difference. So you'll see different manager in position org chart and different manager in the org chart. Now, if
Okay.
you do the same thing in the position transfer, what do? You create a position. Instead of changing a manager on the employee, you directly create a new position, assign that position to the employee so that both the position and job information is in sync.
Okay.
That's your position transfer. Now, in for which event reason you want the position transfer to happen and for which event reason. Now, some cases you may want to have only change in the employee data, not in the position. So in that case, you can go ahead and create with position reclassification. And position reclassification is not 100% in success factors. Okay.
Okay.
So always you should go maintain the data both on employee side and on the position side separately. If you are not using position reclassification or transfer, when you do the data changes on the employee data, system goes and updates the data on the position. This is using the position sync. I'll show you that in the position management settings. When we do, I'll show you those options.
Okay, but if
We'll
we do
see
not
these
set it
options with
here,
go ahead.
if we do not set it here in event reason,
Mm.
this particular field follow up with position.
Activity and
So
position, yeah.
yeah, so I mean, will it impact anything? Because from position setting, from managed position setting, we can sync the data from job info to position and from position to job. But if we do not maintain it here, I'm trying to understand what impact will it create, or is it mandatory for promotion or transfer? It's transfer. Uh, I mean, to maintain this particular follow up on position so that the sync can happen automatically.
Yeah, if you want the sync to happen automatically, then you should be doing that through the position sync rule which we have. Position to job synchronization and job to position synchronization. You make changes on the job information, system goes and updates on the position. You make changes on the position, system comes and updates it on the job information. That I'll show you in the position
Okay,
management settings. We have separate session for position management settings.
sure, you know.
For every event
Okay.
reason, we have to search on search bar, or is there any menu kind of list? Because yesterday's session I was not available. So
No, for not for every event reason. So generally for the hiring, if you have one or two event reasons. So let's say for interns or trainees, you have a separate event reason. And for regular employees, you have a separate event reason. Okay. So when you go to add new employees, system doesn't know whether you are trying to hire a trainee or a regular employee until you go to job information. System doesn't know whether you're hiring a regular or intern employee. But your event reason should be selected in the first section, which is identity details. So you have to manually choose the event reason. Okay, so that's only for hiring. Whereas for the other event reasons, like if I go to one particular employee, move or change a department. Now let me go to one employee. Okay, so any employee from the system. Here, if I have to transfer this employee or promote this employee, generally you'll be taking a route of action, change job and comp information. Here you can change both the job information and also job relationship or comp information as well. All the three of them together or one at a time. Now with effect to November 1st, I want to move this employee from one department to other department. Okay, so I'll go here, change the department, or you change the location. It's only one location here. Let's say a different cost center. Okay, a different cost center. You change it. Okay, now here I have not selected any of the event reason. I have not selected any event reason. So system has updated job information of this employee with a event reason. See, there is some other adjustment which has happened for this employee. Okay, now this is not correct actually. So I have changed the cost center. System has updated with the event reason called other adjustment, which is not correct. Okay, similarly, when you go change this employee, let me do one thing. Select this event reason, delete. No, let's say I move this employee from 18 to 17. Okay, I'm moving this employee from 18 to pay grade 18 to 17. Now what is this? When you move an employee from a higher grade to a lower grade. What is that called?
Demotion.
Demotion. Now system says submitting demotion no pay change request. I'm submitting demotion request without any pay change. Okay. So system, how does system know that I'm changing this employee's grade from higher grade to lower grade? It is considering as demotion. Okay. Similarly, I change the manager of this employee. Okay. If I try to change this one. So system considers this as a different action, not as a demotion. Okay. You go change here. You have supervisor. Now this is also considered as other adjustment because this is not correct. Okay. But there is no event reason derivation defined in the system for the change what we have done. The other change what we are doing, the demotion system has identified correctly. But this one system is considering it as other adjustment, which is not correct. That means the event reason derivation is not defined. So you need to tell the system when a user changes a department or a division or a business unit or cost center, so it should consider as a transfer. When you change a pay grade, it should consider as promotion or demotion, or any other changes other than these fields, system should consider it as data change. So these things you need to define somewhere, and that is your event reason. Earlier it was in the event reason derivation XML, but now we are doing that through business rule. So system will automatically identify the workflows and event reasons based on the field changes that we do.
And how we maintain, salary appraisal, like uh, when employee get a yearly appraisal, so how we update salary in bulk.
Now it happens if you are using compensation management module. There's a module called comp management where manager recommends the salary increases in the tool. Okay. So once all of those approvals and the roadmap is completed, you push back the data from compensation module to EC. System updates the data automatically for all the employees in one go. Or you're not using any comp module, you want to upload the data manually for all the employees, or you want to manually maintain the data for all employees. You can do it through manual also.
In employee center, we can't see salary rates for any employee.
Employee, we can see here the compensation. If I go here, you have other adjustment here, right? So similarly, you have the pay rate change here. Okay. Similarly, now you can go insert a new record. Maybe from December 1st, I want to increase the salary. Promotion. And then you can have the promotion related event reasons. Or if you have any of the event reasons, data change. We have anything called salary change. You can also select that. Benefit base update. So you can create salary increment event reason and add it here. And change the salary from 3,300 to either 10%, 15%, whatever percent that you want to change, you change and save. Okay. Give me 1 minute, I'll be back. I'm sorry, I'm back. Okay, can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Vinod.
Yeah. So this is how you make salary increments on the compensation side manually. So for 100 employees or 1000 employees, if you want to do it through upload, yes, you can also do through upload. But you should have a relevant event reason. Okay, tag to the event. So why you are increasing the salary? Is it because of the promotion, or is it because of the annual salary review, or whatever it is? Okay.
Venu,
Clear?
how the data from compensation get pushed to EC?
How do?
Data from like the increased salary push from compensation to EC through integration. So what is the
No,
component which is being,
no,
yeah,
no. You don't do any. You don't have any integration. It is system inbuilt integration. You can directly
okay,
publish the data back from comp to EC. Like how compensation management, comp management is different. Comp information is different. Comp information is part of Employee Central, where you go maintain the data when you hire, when you promote, or you maintain the data in the EC.
okay,
Compensation management is a module where you do the salary revisions. Okay, that
yeah,
you'll be doing it through compensation here. Okay,
yeah,
through this one. Now, this compensation module pull the data from Employee Central. Whatever data that you maintain here, the salary details or the
hmm,
job information details, this will flow to EC through a sync called UDF. We have a file called UDF, or the basic import file. All of the
okay,
data what you maintain, that gets synced into the UDF file. From there, system picks to either performance management or comp management or recruiting, or all of the modules. System picks up the data from the UDF. We're looking at that in the tomorrow session, where we do the bulk import. Okay, once the
okay,
compensation revision is done, you will have again a compensation data can be published back to EC without any intervention. You just go
okay,
uh, publish all the employee data. So even if you have 10,000, 20,000, it creates a record. Again, while configuring the compensation management module, you need to tell the system what is the event reason that it should consider, and what is the event date that you want to update. So with
okay.
that event reason, with that date, system creates one record in the compensation. If you have promotions also, then one record will be inserted in job information.
So Venu, do we need to create an pay components also to show the increase in the salary?
No, pay component, you don't increase in a different component. It is a base salary what it should be changing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So the base salary will get changed with the pay
Yes.
grade change, of course.
With the pay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And if, okay,
Hmm.
if the customer is using Employee Central and the
Hmm.
compensation, so
Hmm.
still the employee profile will be used as a platform to transfer data, or will it be taken directly from Employee Central?
So you have compensation management as one module,
Yeah.
employee central as another module. Okay. Now to
Yeah.
implement compensation management, there are two ways. One with comp plus EC. When you have EC, okay, you
Yeah.
implement compensation management for those customers with EC. Okay, so all
Okay.
the data flows from EC to compensation here, and
Okay.
vice versa, comp to EC once the planning is completed.
Okay.
Now customers can go with compensation without EC also. There we
Okay.
pull the data from EP,
UDF.
employee profile.
Okay.
Again, in EP, you don't have to maintain all of these portlets like job information, comp information, personal information separately. you will load now basic data should exist in the system. So that basic data you'll be uploading as one file where you maintain the
Okay.
salary as well. So system picks up from the employee profile.
Okay, Venu.
Okay.
Clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else?
Sir, I have a very basic question, sir.
Yeah. Go
Uh,
ahead.
so right now I am in a project. Okay, so they have a organization structure like first is a KCC buildcon. Okay,
Hmm.
then afterwards there is a segments like
Hmm.
highway, bridges, airport. Then they have their projects.
Company. They have company. They have segment. Your voice is breaking.
Example is KCC.
No,
Company is
no. Your
basically
voice
KCC.
is breaking, Mozammel.
Hello,
Yeah.
hello.
Now, yes, it is audible now. Company, and then segments, and then you have projects.
Segments, then project.
Hmm.
We call it as BU, business units. Okay.
Hmm. Business units is
Then
segments or
afterwards,
projects.
no, businesses are basically projects.
Okay. BU is
जैसे
projects.
कि हाईवे का प्रोजेक्ट इज इन हाई projects. Then afterwards, after that there is a department. For example,
Hmm.
HR department, and that in
Yeah.
that HR department there is recruitment team. There is a payroll sub department.
Hmm. Department and then sub department.
Okay, sub department. After that there is a position. Okay,
Hmm. Yeah.
position employee.
Position everywhere. Hmm.
So
Then
position and employee. So
where
sir,
does your
right
segment
now I
come?
was thinking
Where does your
how
segment come? Where does your segment
segments
come?
comes
After
after the
projects or before projects?
before projects, after company
Uh,
before project.
so this is your structure. Company,
This is my
segments, projects,
so
department.
what I yes sir. This is the structure.
I I don't know. Your
Okay.
voice is breaking.
So
Is it only for me or others also? I'm not sure. Yeah. What I understand from you is your company has got a structure of company segments projects instead of business units and division.
yes sir. Correct.
Okay. So you want to use business unit as segments and projects as divisions. Then you can rename the object of business unit to segments and division to projects, which is simpler.
Okay. I was thinking the same sir. Here. Okay. While starting the configuration. Okay. So
Hmm.
what will be my division and what will be my that business unit?
Hmm. If they don't have any other structure, then you can use you can rename business units to segments and divisions to projects.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
you can use the standard departments as departments. Create one object, one custom object called sub department.
Okay. Because in that scheme there is only department. There is no sub department. So I have to create one custom object.
Hmm.
Name as sub department. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Clear, sir.
Okay.
Venu, in case some client have a requirement wherein customer has something above company like cluster. So in that case, there we need to create MDF, right? And then we can define the association between that
Now,
cluster and
why
company.
the company will always be the root entity? What can be above the company? Your cluster should be a part of your company, not above the company, right?
Okay.
Your company code or company should be at the highest level.
Okay. Okay. But I have seen in one
Not
of the requirements where the customer has maintained cluster and then below cluster there were company. So
okay.
some
What
custom
is
MDF was created.
now?
So that was
What is the example? Can you give me an example of cluster there? What you are using the cluster as, and what you are using company as?
um, not right now, Venu. I do not remember it, but something was created. So I thought maybe they have created MDF. So I will check it again. Maybe I
Yeah,
have
we
some,
can
maybe I'm not
see.
clear.
We can create any number of custom objects to fit in to the org structure. Now you
Okay.
have business unit, division, and department as a standard structure. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
if you want to have different or you want to have extended org structure, then you can have subdivision, which is a custom object, sub-department, which is a custom object, function custom
Okay.
object, a cluster as a custom object. So all of this can be configured or customized, and whichever place you want to fit them in, like under company or under business unit or under department or under division, that's up to you. That's again on the requirement basis.
Okay. But it
Sir,
cannot be
basic.
above company.
No, it cannot be above the company, because company is the
Okay.
highest level where you have all the policies set.
Okay.
Just go ahead.
Sir, if basically in that structure, if I don't have segments, example, okay,
Hmm.
so it will be just like company, projects, department, sub department. Then I have to remove that division, correct?
Business unit and division you can remove.
Okay, fine. Because it was showing me that as a mandatory that I have to change that mandatory column, correct?
Mandatory to optional. Now,
Okay.
anything on the employee profile or in the object level, you can make no optional, mandatory to optional. Okay. Now, we only have 10 minutes left. Let's complete the foundation object import then. Okay. So till now we have seen how to manage or how to maintain the data manually, be it a foundation object or MDF object or generic object or employee objects. We have seen how to manage or how to maintain them manually. Okay. So now in the today's session, we'll go and see how to maintain the bulk data. If you have hundreds of locations or hundreds of grades to be maintained or hundreds of pay ranges to be maintained, how do we create them in the system? So instead of manual, we'll be going to import route. And for all the foundation objects, we import the data using import foundation data. It is import foundation data. Okay, where you'll be uploading the data, and all the uploads that we do in the system, we do it through an Excel file in the format of CSV, and these Excel files are called in the Excel files we save it in the CSV. Okay, so while saving the Excel file, you'll have option either to save it in the Excel workbook or no CSV or comma delimited. So you have all of those options. You will be selecting the comma separated values. Okay, now let's go to import foundation data and see how to load. Now each of these objects, what you see here, these are the foundation objects, and every object has got different set of data. Like location, you go to location, you will see a location code, location name, and then geo zone of that location or time zone of that location, or company that location belongs to. So you have all of that information. And for pay component, you have some other set of fields. So every object has got different set of fields. And to upload this data, you need a template. What fields you have, whatever fields that you have in each of these objects, you need to create a template. And all of these templates are available in the system itself, and you can download them from download a blank CSV template. So if you have added some custom fields in any of the object, system will automatically add that to your template as well. Okay, now let's say I want to upload pay grade. So go choose the grade, pay grade here. So go choose pay grade here. System will download the template. Now what does this contain? This template contains 2 rows of data. Okay, do not disturb the template, keep the template as it is. First row is all your IDs of each of the field, IDs of each of the field. And second row is the name of the field for us to understand. Okay, now if I have to create grades in the system, so I have to fill this template and upload into the system. So let's go. What did I create? The pay grades. Here, pay grade, we have PC1, right? PC1 or P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. Okay, I'll say P6, P7, P8, P9, and P10. Or I'll create some more. Okay, create 10 pay grades. End date, you don't have end date here. Anywhere in the system, you don't see the end date. End date is there, system maintains it in the backend. So, and you don't have to maintain end date. System automatically maintains the end date if you maintain the start date. Okay, now I'll say Wipro pay grade 06 up to 15. Start date, I have to give the start date. This is the start date here. So same start date, I'll give it here. And this one. And while uploading the data into the system, all of the dates that you use, it should always be in MMDDYY format. MMDDYYYY, this format. Okay, so system to understand, system should know whether it is a month or date. 01 is a month or 01 is a date. So sometimes it is 10, 11. What is 10? What is 11? 01, 02. What is 01? What is 02? So it should always be MMDDYY. First letter, whatever first letter whatever that you input, that is the month. MM/DD, this would be date, then year 2022. Description is blank, or description can be blank, or it can be same as your name, or it can be a different description for each of the grade. Okay, for now I'll leave it blank. Status, here you maintain active. So you can go maintain it as active. 20. Level, I'll say 6, 7, 8, and so on. And save. Now my file is ready with 10 pay grades. So I have to upload this file. So go here, choose pay grade. Now, if I give some wrong value, some other value, let's say I'll put B here. Okay, let's see what system does. Or no, you put some dummy value and see what happens. Save. Go to pay grade. Now the type of the load is very important. Full purge and incremental. You have two options, full purge and incremental. When do we use full purge and when do we use incremental? If you are uploading the data which doesn't exist in the system, you can select anything, full purge or incremental. But if you are loading the data for the existing records in the system, if something is existing and on top of it, if you want to add, then you choose incremental. Okay, my salary was 10,000 last month. Now this month I got an increase of 5,000 or 10,000. So it becomes 1 lakh. No, it is 1 lakh, 1,10,000. Okay, so I want this record to be there and this record to be there. So this is incremental. Now if I have a record of 1 lakh, now I want to make this record as 1,10,000. Okay, so that is full purge. Now you are overwriting the record. You are not inserting a record, you are overwriting a record. Then you use full purge. So you should be very careful when using full purge. If you have 10 records here, 1 lakh, 1,10,000, and then 1,20,000, and so on, I have 3 records. I am uploading the data with 1,40,000. Now what do you want to do? You want system to have this as the incremental load for this data, or it is a full purge. If I use full purge, all of this data will be overwritten and you'll have only one record with 1,40,000. Okay, so either full purge or incremental. Now all of these records what I am uploading, these are new records. I don't have any pay grade called P7, P6 and so on. So you can choose either full purge or incremental. Real-time threshold, by default it is 10 records. Up to 10 records, if there are any errors, system will show up here. If you don't have error, system will show the result whether it is passed or failed. If it is failed, then it will show which record is failed, why it failed. Up to 10 records. If your upload file contains more than 10 records, then system schedules your job. Up to first 10 records, system will see if there are any errors, and the rest of the records, it will schedule a job. Okay, choose file. You go choose the file that you have created and say before uploading, you can always go and validate the data. So validate will tell you whether the file that you are uploading is failed or passed. Okay, so before doing the actual load, you can go and validate the data. You click on validate. Now system says there are total of 10 records in your file. One record is failed and the number of records with warnings is 0. There are no warnings, but there is one record which is failing, which is the 5th record, and the value is P10. Why is this failing? Invalid value for value B for status. I have here the status maintained as B. This is a pick list value where you have only active and inactive. Now system will take any value like active and inactive, active or inactive, true or false, T or F, A or I. One of these value will be accepted, but other than these values, system doesn't accept anything. You see your valid values are A, active, true, T, I, inactive, false and F. Only these values. Now, if I give here T, system will consider this. System will consider it as active. Now you go choose file again, select your template and validate. Now you see all of the records looks good here. Okay, all the 10 records what I am uploading are uploading without any errors. So this is just a validation. I have not uploaded it. So if I have to upload again, I have to choose the file and say import. Now on the import, it gets updated. Now there are 10 pay grades which got created. You go search for P7 or P8. You see here, or you search for Wipro pay grades. Have all of these pay grades. P1, P2, from P6 you have uploaded. P6, P7, P8, P9, P10, up to P15. You have this pay range, pay grades updated. Clear?
Yes, yes.
So tomorrow we will look at some other loads of pay. Now within the foundation object, we will see how to do the full purge as well. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm saying like it's clear that it will show error for first 10 line items, but what you said like for more than 10.
More than 10, if there are more than 10 records, then system will schedule a job. And to check the status, you need to click on monitor jobs here. You click on monitor jobs, it opens up the scheduler and show what happened to those records, whether it is failed or passed. You will see the job details here.
Okay.
Okay, how many of them failed and how many of them passed. You see here, similarly like this. Total records 1, processed is 1, passed is 1, failed is 0. So it shows up this way.
Okay, clear.
Okay.
Like how to like integrate the data from one module to another module. Suppose like the data have maintained in EC, so how it will show in payroll, like how to integrate this data.
ECP. Now you need to check with the ECP consultant.
Okay.
ECP is all about the integration between Employee Central and the cloud payroll system. That's the point-to-point integration. We call it P2P.
Okay. They will integrate all the data, right?
Yes. Okay. Okay. So we'll stop it here for today. We'll continue tomorrow with the other loads.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you all. Yeah.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye.